"Let me stay and I'll take care of your cattle," said the drifter. They were going to refuse until the sun was sinking behind the dry hills when the stranger reached the old wooden fence surrounding the Miller Ranch. Dust covered his boots, his coat was torn, and his face carried the tired look of a man who had spent too many nights sleeping under the open sky. Inside the ranch house, Thomas Miller watched him from the window. "Another drifter," Thomas muttered. "We've had enough trouble from people passing through." His wife, Clara, looked toward the gate. "He looks exhausted. Maybe he only needs a meal." Thomas shook his head. "A meal, maybe. But we can't have every lost traveler staying here. We already have enough work and enough problems." The stranger knocked gently on the door. Thomas opened it but stayed cautious. "Evening," the stranger said. His voice was calm despite his rough appearance. "My name is Jack. I've been walking for days. I don't have much to offer, but I can work." Thomas crossed his arms. "We are not hiring." Jack glanced past him at the fields and the cattle grazing in the distance. "I'm not asking for money," Jack replied. "Let me stay in the old barn, and I'll take care of your cattle. I'll feed them, repair fences, clean the stalls, whatever needs doing." Thomas almost laughed. "The cattle?" "Yes, sir." "My cattle are worth more than most men's homes," Thomas said. "They need someone who knows what they're doing." Jack nodded. "I understand." Thomas was about to refuse when a loud noise came from the field. One of the young calves had broken away from the herd and was running toward the rocky edge of the property. "Tom!" Clara shouted. Thomas turned and saw the calf heading straight toward danger. Without thinking, Jack ran. He climbed over the fence and raced across the field. Thomas followed, but the stranger was faster. The calf slipped near the rocks, but Jack reached it just in time. He grabbed the animal's leg, pulled it away from the edge, and carefully guided it back toward safety. Thomas stopped in surprise. The man handled the frightened calf gently, speaking softly until it calmed down. "You've worked with cattle before," Thomas said when Jack returned. Jack looked down. "A long time ago." Thomas stuttered him. "Where?" "Montana. My father had a ranch." "What happened?" Jack looked toward the fading sunlight. "Lost it." There was something in his voice that made Thomas stop asking questions. That evening, Jack slept in the old barn. The next morning, Thomas woke early, expecting to find his cattle neglected. Instead, he found the animals calm, the stalls cleaned, and every fence checked. Jack was already repairing a broken gate. "You've been awake since before sunrise?" Thomas asked. Jack wiped his hands. "Cattle don't wait until you feel like working." Thomas nodded slowly. Over the next few weeks, Jack became part of the daily rhythm of the ranch.